Part 3, Living in Spirit. Living in Spirit, the dreams and visions. So I'm not sure if I posted this or not. You guys can seek it out for yourselves. I haven't seen the post, but I'm pretty sure I posted it on Instagram way back when Celine Dion was going through this stuff. But I've had a dream of Celine Dion returning to the stage in it was a white dress, but she didn't return physically. She returned as a hologram. Thank you. So Celine Dion in my dream way back then returned as a hologram in a white dress, and then in the hologram it just kept on like going as a show with its lights and everything on the stage. I was actually in the background as a manager of some sort, and then she appeared in a purple dress, but when she appeared on the stage, the audience went crazy, but then she turned to the cameras and it seemed like she was filming a music video, and then I woke up. So that's one dream about Celine Dion that I haven't seen happen, but part of it has happened because she was returning with major triumph of what she'd been through. So that's a Celine Dion dream. There's a Trump election, fallen tree. Excuse me. Right before the Trump election, I had a dream of sitting in a park. There's a picnic going on, and then all of a sudden a big tree fell and killed everyone in the picnic. And that fallen tree was such a major message saying someone big is going to fall, something big is happening that's going to fall and cause so much, not only deaths, but also cause so much change and reaction to people that something is about to occur. So I'll post pictures of that dream I've shared on Instagram back in 2016 of having that dream while it happened. So I do have pictures of that, and I'll post on Instagram those pictures. Ariana Grande performing live with animals. She had darker hair. The animals were with raccoons. There was a muskrat, and it finished a live performance with orangutans. Also in May 2018, Alanis Morissette performing Sylvia at a clown live show. Met Janet Jackson at a staircase at a birthday party. These dreams, they happen, and the emotion behind it is very strong. So I need to take a brief moment to calm myself down, to write down the details. It's like writing a song. Write down the details of the dream really fast, and then not reflect on it or put my own thoughts or words on it, just like how it happened. So places where I reside dreams. So basically places where I reside, the shelter I lived in 2013, the MAP program. I remember waking up in the dream and looking up and hearing screams all over of men and women, and all of a sudden the city came in with a big crane and scoot people out of the window and breaking down the building and throwing them in the trash, throwing the people in the trash with the building. And I escaped the shelter, and then the shelter broke down and rolled away, and that's when I ran into the woods and started the journey. Apartment where I reside right now, I've had a dream of that being burnt down without me being there. Like my new life started, I was with somebody else, and I came back and reflected, oh, this apartment burned down. I wonder who made it out alive, and I really just hopefully they're on better paths, and I just moved on from there because I knew I had to move on. I couldn't reflect that the things in that apartment building, the lives lost or not lost, I just did not know it burned down because I wasn't there. But I came back and found it burned down. The things that I left in the building just didn't matter, and I just kept on moving forward. And that's where we need to be, is keep on moving forward. All right, wrapping this up, part 3, the dreams. Storms in unusual places, twisters in the prairies, 2020. I haven't seen a twister in my life in the prairies, and yet I had a dream about tornadoes in the prairies. There's 2 guys beside me. I'm not sure. Again, this is very careful of how to say this because I'm not sure, because I have had many dreams where I was on a movie set and as a director or as a manager, but this one seems so realistic to the end times, that like having unusual weather, that I placed it in that category of just the end time dreams. It wasn't really a movie set, that a twister in the prairies, because people were more, just the people's reaction of twisters in the prairies are more shocked than in the movies. 2020, the Antichrist. I saw, like, I posted that, the Antichrist, the TVs all over the place, from coffee shops to the airports to the wherever you go, you see small TVs wherever you are. Those are welcoming the Antichrist system in 2020. And it's also, so I've seen, and the false peace, once I seen that shaking of hands and the 2 men in the suits saying, we're gonna now welcome peace, that's when the storm hits. And it's exactly the same moment, that's when the storm hits, that's when the beginning of the end is happening. So when you see that false peace, that handshake on the TV screens, look outside, right outside the windows or your windows or doors, and you'll see the darkened sky. You'll see the clouds and the winds going crazy. You'll see dramatic weather. And that's when, because of the energies and the world will be so heightened, you'll see demons manifest into small children, into loved ones, and they'll take you down to hell with you. Unless you separate yourselves. You'll see church members and all that, just like everyone just going crazy, because that's the end. That's the beginning of the end. That's when everything just falls. And that's all these 6 albums and all this living in spirit. That's the leading up to that. So exciting for that moment, because that's when I get to maybe go home. The 2 witnesses in the sky. I was in the school. I was in going to a school to perform, and I had to pass through this like holographic thing, security thing to get into the school. And it was very frustrating because there was so much security and like fear and anxiety that like who they can let in and let out. That but everyone missed out in this sky. There was a man witness and a female witness, and they just got killed, and they're in the sky. But now, again, about these witnesses, you can look them up in the Bible. I don't know. I don't read the Bible, so I'm not sure what I'm talking about. I just see the dreams, and I live in spirit. You know how hostels do room checks and all that? I was in a hostel they were doing a room check and all that. And the floor was messy, and I was still cleaning up the floor. But moments right before that room check, in the dream, there was a conveyor belt with food, different challenges. The challenge for people, different types of favorite food, of like, we'll give you everything you need, but you can't eat it, kind of thing. There were 3 people to play. I was one of the 3 people. Some ate the foods nonstop. I had to keep on restricting myself. In the end, the challenge was specific foods, not the meals. And so when I woke up from the dream, the room check was like, your room is all good, because normally it's always all good. But in this specific moment, I need the floor clean. So they're going down to specifics. October 25th, 2017. The dreams are so vivid. I felt the wind in my hair like it was actually realistic. Seeing the sky darken, oceans roaring, and just I can feel the panic and I can sense the energy, and just everything just is like a tornado all over the place. Thank you, Light, for Adventure. It's been very well received and very well and encouraging, inspiring, and I cannot wait for the next adventure. Booyah, this is Adrian. Rock on.